Hey guys, it's Lucia from emeraldstitchcraft. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So there's a ton of new faces today. Oh my god, I am absolutely blown away, completely flabbergasted, hoodwinked at the amount of new subscribers and engagement that I've gotten. Like I was literally refreshing the YouTube dashboard app all the time, and it was like my subscribers just kept going up and up, and it was like every time I opened it I had a new comment, and I just, it's absolutely unbelievable. I'm completely blown away. Thank you so much for all of the love that you guys have been throwing my way. I just speechless, honestly. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy that I have a ton of spooky viewers out there who want to join me along for this crochet along and for whatever the hell else I get up to for Halloween. So I'm sure you're all aware that I'm doing the Sirdar crochet along for Halloween, and I know that a few of you have said that you're not doing it, that you're just kind of follow along. That's perfectly fine. I am more than happy to share my journey with y'all and let you live vicariously through me. And then also off screen, basically just while I'm doing said crochet along, me and my husband have started to do like a 100 Nights to Halloween kind of countdown. So I have 100 movies that we have picked out. So in the same kind of similar vein to what Altnots does with her 100 Nights to Halloween, I'm just not doing it on such a big official capacity. So I have 100 movies picked out. I've created my own little kind of letterboxd list. I use Letterboxd all the time. It's so good. We're big into like watching movies, logging movies. All of our friends watch movies, so you can kind of see what everyone's reviews and stuff are. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I have 100 movies, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but it's on the wheel here. And so every day I just spin it. Out of the 100 movies that I put in, it picks one, and we are good to go. So the movies that we have watched so far, so day one obviously started on my birthday, and we watched Jurassic Park. So they're horror and kind of horror adjacent. A lot of people don't count like the likes of Jaws, Jurassic Park, maybe even Alien as horror movies. Like, I personally think those people are wrong, but each to their own. So I say horror as how I would class it. So the first night, being my birthday and being my favourite movie, we watched Jurassic Park. And then night 2, we watched Insidious, just the very first one. I'd give that like a 4-star. I'm pretty partial to it. It was just a bit of crack. The lipstick demon is pretty iconic. And then on night 3, we watched Final Destination 3. This is a really bad film. It's just, I loved the very first Final Destination. I thought that was brilliant. The second one was kind of good too. And then 3, it was just not good. So I actually remember being like 15 and being dragged to see that in the cinema with all my friends. It freaked me out and it made me terrified of sunbeds. Not that I have ever, like, look at me, I've clearly never used a sunbed in my life. But yeah, I remember it really freaking me out. But watching it now, like 20 years later, it's a really bad film. Like, it's a super bad film. But listen, they're not all going to be winners. My husband had never seen 3, that's why it was on our list. And even he was like, could have done without it. But so then moving on, that last night, night 4, was Saw, the very first Saw. Absolute horror classic. It is such a good movie. It is suspenseful. It is just the right amount of kind of gore. It has that like grungy metal from like the early 2000s. It's just so good. And like the twist at the end. I realize it's a super old movie, but I still won't say it just in case there's any people wanting to dip their toes into the world of horror and haven't watched it yet. You gotta watch it. The twist at the end is just so good. And just that iconic game over when he like slams. Oh, so good. Okay, so we are going to spin the wheel now to see what we're going to be watching for tonight's movie. So, we are going to be watching Cure. So, Cure is from 1997. by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. It says, madness, terror, murder. A detective starts spiraling out of control when a wave of gruesome murders with seemingly similar bizarre circumstances is sweeping Tokyo. I'm very, very partial to a good Asian, like Korean, Japanese, that type of horror. They do horror so well. They're so creepy. They're so weird. Love them. Okay, so that's what tonight's movie is going to be. That's exciting. My husband isn't work till 5, so when he gets home we'll make dinner and watch that. And in my next video you'll see what I think. Or if you want to follow me along on my Instagram, which is always linked down below, I will be posting what videos or what films I'm watching every night if you want to tag along, maybe get some ideas for any good horror movies. So to the fiber arts portion of this video, probably what people are most interested in, I finished my first Halloween sock. So I haven't woven in the ends yet. I basically just finished it, put it down, and then cast on, because I finished it at night, so I had to like use my torch even to just close up the toe. So it's not the nicest, it's not like the smoothest toe close, but like whatever. And essentially it was just dark. It was late, we were watching a movie. I didn't feel like weaving my ends in, and that was about 3-4 days ago, and I haven't woven them in yet, but I will. I promise I will, because I'm saying it out loud, putting it into the universe, putting it into this video, holding myself accountable. So I'm very excited about how this turned out. The ribbing is actually a lot looser than my first original sock that I did. I don't know if it was this yarn or what, but it was actually really hard to start. So I actually had to do like 1 row of just knit before I went into the knit purl ribbon. I don't know if that was what caused it, but I made sure to do it again on the second sock so that at least they would match. So I'll show you up close. So I love that there's like that band of the green, and then you can see all the colours going down. I love that the heel has that band, same as the cuff, and then even the toe has that band. And even the toe has the same band. So like the heel, see if I can show this. So like they all 3 of them have that same band. So I'm pretty proud of my stitches. Like pretty proud with how consistent those stitches are. So very, very happy with how that turned out. I think it's so cute. And then the second one, so like I said, that was a ribbon for the first one, and then look at the second one. So it's going to be slightly different again, which I kind of don't mind, because I used to always love wearing mismatched socks anyway, like odd socks. I was always wearing odd socks, so I kind of like that these are just going to be like, they're both slightly different. I think that makes it a bit more interesting. So I'll show you this one. So this ribbon, I don't know what happened there, ignore that. We'll turn around so you don't see it. So this ribbon has the lighter, or the darker green, I suppose, and then the acid green doesn't kind of come in until the end. So I'm really liking how it's like same but different. I think that's really, really cool. And then I suppose to the bit that most people are very excited about, the Sirdar crochet along. So in my last video of getting prepped for it, I said I wondered how it was going to start, that I knew it's done kind of in pieces, and I mentioned maybe it would start off with the 4 big squares. And I was right. So I think it's pretty smart to have the big squares done first. They're kind of like a nice, easy, like kind of ease you into the crochet along thing. So in typical me fashion, I did start it already and I didn't record it. So sorry about that. But I only did 2 squares. I was good. I restrained and I just did the 2 squares. Like on the day of my birthday when we were just chilling out on the couch, I actually did the 2 squares. So I did this one. So this is, no, they're not blocked or anything like that. So like I don't really think that it will need to block it. I think the only reason that would cause me to block any of the pieces, if by some weird turn of events like one piece ends up too big or too small to when you're joining it up at the end, then maybe I'll block it to kind of make sure everything is a bit more cohesive. But until then, I'm not going to block anything. So like I said, the week 1 was the 4 corner squares. So again, I'll put in the picture here. So it's the 4 corners that has the bat and the cat on it. So this is the one that's going to have the bat on it. So you do the black circle, and then I think it's like the wings and the two little ears are done separately and then sewn on. So they kind of have a bit of a 3D look. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm obsessed with that green. It is so nice. So cool. And then this one is this purple. This purple is literally everything. So this one is the one that is going to have the cat on it. So the cat is like a full decal all by itself. Or applique, I think you call them, all by itself, and then it'll be added on. So I have these ones done. And then the other two colours are going to be a bat with an orange background, and then the cat that will have a mostly white and a bit of black on the background. So I will be doing those today. I did, like I said, I was strong and I kept them so that I could do something on camera with you guys. Other big exciting news, I've been replying to all the comments anyway, so like most of you already know. I was giving out about my yarn winder in last week's video. Well, my amazing husband bought me an electric yarn winder, so that all the cakes, they look so much nicer. That other one, I don't know whether it was because with me having to hold it, it put a lot of tension on it, and so it kind of made the cakes really compact and kind of condensed, and sometimes it would make trying to do a center pull pretty hard. That I would have to kind of always pull from the outside, which just kind of got a little bit annoying because you're having to like pull up to loosen it and then you can, you know what I mean? But yeah, he got me an electric yarn winder and it's purple, so it's even better. The colour has nothing to do with it, it's just my favourite colour. So I recaked all of my yarns, so all the yarns that you saw me hand cranking before, I just thought, fuck it. And I recaked them with my electric yarn winder. And that was made extra possible because he also got me a spinner. A spinny yarn holder. Yarn winder, yarn spinner. I don't know what you call this, but it holds your yarn so that when you put it on and you pull from the outside, your yarn just keeps coming. There's no more tugging. There's no more having to pull out a long bit. You just keep going. Isn't that so cool? So that has been an absolute dream to work with. And also, thank you everyone who wished me a happy birthday. I really, really appreciated it. It was a pretty tough week. I had a family member in the hospital. He's fine now, so we're okay. But it was a pretty stressful week, and so seeing kind of all the nice comments and all the interaction and all the birthday wishes and everything, absolutely amazing. I really, really and truly appreciate it. So, okay, these two are done. We've got 2 more to do. I want to try and get this video out before week 2 starts. So, 2 down, 2 more to go. Let's get to it. So it's the next day. You would have kind of seen me complete this one. I sort of just did a little bit of a kind of check-in. But then it was like dinner time and we were watching our movie, which I think I spun it on the camera with you, and we got the movie Cure. It was really good. It was very slow burn. Like, I think I was kind of expecting something a little bit more, I don't know, like fast paced or something. I'm not sure. It was really good though. It was really kind of creepy. But yeah, like any Japanese, Korean, anything like that, they're kind of like thrillers and horrors. They do tend to be very atmospheric. And the fact that it was from 1997 kind of helped. And we watched it on the Internet Archive. You can get a lot of like older movies on that, and it kind of lended to it. It did give it that real like 90s grimy kind of weird vibe. That was pretty cool. So yes, I finished this one yesterday, so all I have left to do is the other cat square, and that one has black around. In regards to the sock, I made a good chunk of progress. I couldn't even knit, when I was watching the film because it was subtitled, so I had to pay attention. But I have gotten the whole kind of leg cuff done, so now I just need to I'm getting onto the heel with like the heel flap and the heel turn, kind of stuff like that. The like tiny little black stitches are so hard to count, so it took me like 6 times to make sure I actually had gotten the 60 stitches that I needed for the leg. But I'm really happy with how it's turning out. Like I was saying, it's kind of same but different. So you can see it's just like kind of notched down a little bit. So I think this one will be kind of cool. I like that they're matching, but they're mismatching. Like I was saying yesterday, odd socks are kind of fun. So now for tonight's movie, we will spin the wheel and we will see what we are going to get. And we have gotten Misery. So that's a Stephen King novel turned into a film. Haven't read the novel, it's on my TBR. I have seen this, but it has been donkeys since I watched it, so I don't fully remember. But in case anyone is interested, it says Paul Sheldon used to write for a living. Now he's writing to stay alive. After an accident, acclaimed novelist Paul Sheldon is rescued by a nurse who claims to be his biggest fan. Her obsession takes a dark turn when she holds him captive in her remote Colorado home and forces him to write back to life the popular literary character he killed off. So I do know the basic gist of it. I think anyone who hasn't even seen this film knows of the infamous mallet to the ankle scene. But yeah, very, very excited to watch that one. And then as well, I'm not just watching horror movies, I actually am reading horror books. No, I read horror books all year round. It's pretty much exclusively the genre that I read. But I just finished a book that I really just need more people to read so I can talk to them about it. And it's called Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang. And so it's a kind of horror thriller set in modern times, set during 2020. And it kind of dives into a lot of like the Asian folklore and stuff like that. And it's so good. It's so creepy. It's kind of disgusting. And it's just, I couldn't put it down. It was just so, so good. So I think if anybody is interested in reading horror and hasn't read it, I 100% recommend that book. I just finished it and now I'm reading a book called Kill Creek. So it's a bunch of writers. They go and they stay in this infamous abandoned house for like 2 days and they kind of get interviewed and it's all their experiences. I've just started. I'm like 1 chapter, 2 chapters in, something like that. It's really good so far. Pretty descriptive. So yeah, I'll kind of update you as that goes on. But for now, we are going to go out and go on a dog walk and then I will come back and I will finish off that last square. And done! So now that makes all 4 of them. So I'm actually obsessed with all of these colours. Like if you just look at this little palette of the black, the green, the purple, the orange, makes my spooky little heart so happy. So we have these 2 are going to be the 2 bat ones. So the wings and the little ears, like I was saying, will be added on after. And then these 2 are going to be the cat ones. So the cat applique is done differently and then attached, or separately, sorry, and then attached onto it. So I'm really happy with that. And I think I said it already, but just in case I didn't, I would like to reiterate again that I was correct with my guess. So that's kind of fun. So I suppose looking at it now, I'm going to see if I can correctly guess again what it's going to be. So I reckon it's going to be this, if I can get that, this little squiggly bit along the bottom. Focus. I'm going to put my hat in the ring for that one and guess. I'm really, really excited to do the blood drippy bit and like the big center bit that says trick or treat. I think that's going to be really good because I like tapestry crochet anyway, so I think that'll be really fun. And it uses a buttload of purple and that acid green that I really love. But yeah, I reckon it's going to be the little multicolored bit at the bottom. So that's going to be, I'm going to throw my guess in now. So So yeah, very, very excited. Off to a very, very good start with this. I think it's gonna be so good seeing all these colors actually like put together in a little piece. I'm very excited to see it finish. And I know, even as I had on my last one, all I keep saying is I'm very, very excited, but I can't help it. I am excited. I don't know what other words to be using. And also, again, to reiterate what I had said at the start of this video, I absolutely cannot put into words how grateful I am that everybody has been liking and subscribing and commenting. It really means the world to me, and it's like a gift that keeps on giving. Even now, as I'm refreshing it, I've got even more subscribers. Like, I think when I posted that video I had maybe 50, 60 at a push, and now I've got like 288. That's insane. That's crazy. I can't believe that. So hi, welcome to my weird little online part of the world. I think it's so fun that you're here, and I really, really hope that you're going to keep enjoying the videos, and I'm not a one-hit wonder. That is literally my biggest fear right now. I really hope that you're going to enjoy seeing all the videos I put out. It makes sense that this was the video that went crazy. Spooky people, we all band together, and I'm so passionate and happy about Halloween that I like to think it is coming forward in all my videos from here on out. So if you want to check back again next week and see what the next part is, see if I'm correct, see if I'm not correct, either way, I'm gonna have a good time, so I hope you're gonna have a good time. So please like the video so that I know you did in fact like this one. Drop me a little comment. What do you think of how the squares are turning out? Have you done yours yet? Have you started? Hi Bubby. So yeah, until then, I won't keep you any longer. I'll let you go, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!